Are you ready to become an escape-reneur? Well, you are in the right place. Welcome to the Bye Bye 9 to 5 podcast, designed by brilliant women, especially for brilliant women who want to create the life of their dreams by escaping the 9 to 5.
Welcome to Bye Bye 9 to 5 podcast, where we are helping women to escape the 9 to 5 and live the life they desire on their own terms. And I have a special guest today. Her name is Miss Tina Guimar, and she is a passion and purpose coach. Hi, Tina.
Hi.
It is so great to have you here. And so let me take a minute and introduce Tina before she introduces herself, because I want to hear her story. Such a great story. So Tina is the founder and owner of the Freedom Formula Academy. And her company is Tina Guimar Coaching. She says, I was a broke, stressed out accountant, determined to find my true passion and purpose. With the help of my mentors and a ton of work on myself, ooh, that's a big nugget, I was able to break free so I no longer had to be controlled by my job. And now I am helping others do the same with my Freedom Formula Academy. Yes, Tina. So excited to have you here. Now, Tina, I'm going to jump right into things because I love your story. So I really want to hear this story. I know it's a little more, I condense things there, but there's a little bit more than that to it. So go ahead, share with us exactly what happened with you.
Yeah, so first I want to say thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here. This is truly amazing what you're doing for everybody. So I love that. My story, so I was a young mom and I, just as we all probably have learned throughout the years, go to school, get good grades, get a good job, work hard, and then when you're older, you can retire.
Right.
And so I followed that path. And I actually, because I was a young mom, I went straight into work after high school, and I somehow got put into accounting. I was just good at it. I didn't have a degree yet. So, I was really good at accounting. So somebody had actually convinced me, hey, you're really good at this. You should go to school and get your degrees. And, so I did that. And I went to school, I got my degrees, and, I just kept moving up. So I was in accounting for 20 years, and things just started happening. And things started happening in my personal life and my professional life all at the same time. And I didn't feel like myself anymore. I actually hated who I had become. And I said, something has to change. I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. I kind of lost my purpose and my passion throughout that time. And I really, really lost who I was. And I didn't know what to do. The only thing I knew was what I didn't want to do. And that was that I didn't want to be in corporate anymore. I didn't want to be sitting behind a desk anymore. I always had this entrepreneurial spirit in me. But I had my kids, we had the house, I felt like I needed to be responsible and have that steady job and that income coming in and the benefits and all of that. And I did not think back then that I could go off and do something on my own. Even though I wanted to, I just never did it because I felt like that was being selfish, right? So I got to the point where I'm like, I know something needs to change. I don't know where to start or what to do. So I kind of started doing some research, and I found my mentors and coaches, and they actually helped me to get out of the position that I was in. They helped me get back on my feet. And, they actually helped me figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. What is my purpose and passion? And that is to be helping others. I just need to get the message out there that you don't have to be stuck in a job that you don't want to be in that you don't love. I mean, because obviously, like, accounting wasn't my passion. I was good at it. So that's kind of how I got to where I am right now. So
And thank you, Tina. I love that story. And one of the reasons I love that story so much is Tina and I are kindred souls. We are so similar.
yeah,
My background is so similar. I started out in accounting, did the same thing, had that same advice: get a good job, go to school, get a good job. And so just in the traditional sense, and Tina and I had a lot of things in common with the way, we had the children, and just feeling guilty about, or afraid, just being afraid of not being able to step out there and really do what you wanted to do, although you wanted to do something different. And so one important thing that you really mentioned in all of that, Tina, is you said that I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I know what I didn't want to do. That's a
great.
huge nugget.
Yeah.
Because if you know, you can feel it, can't you?
Yes.
You can
Yes.
feel that you're not doing the thing that you love to do.
Yeah. I mean, when you get to the point where you just hate everything about what you've become and what you're doing, something needs to change, but a lot of times you can't figure that out on your own. You need that, outside person looking at, everything and kind of guiding you along, right? Because, for me, I feel like everybody needs a mentor or a coach or both,
Right.
even mentors need mentors because, they might it's really, really hard for you to be able to look at your own self and pinpoint something and fix that.
Yeah.
So to have that other person there to kind of help you to see that. And like you said, fears and limiting beliefs. I didn't think I had limiting beliefs. And when
Mhm.
I was at my 10-year job that I loved, that career, I felt like I was unstoppable. Like I was a go-getter. I wanted to just, keep taking on more and moving up the ranks, and nothing was stopping me. Nothing. And then, like I said, things started changing and there was no more room for growth there. And, I just felt like when I well, on this journey that I've been on in the last year, I really got to identify my top human needs because, we all have
Mhm.
6 human needs. And if you can prioritize those, then you can really, use that to figure out what you should be doing, what your passion is. And my top two are growth and contribution. And I wasn't growing anymore and I
Mhm.
wasn't contributing. So that's why I really felt stuck.
That's pretty interesting right there, Tina. You mentioned something, our 6 top human needs. I love that. I love that because what we don't realize is that we're all different, we're all unique, right? But we each have our own top human needs. Those are the things that I am guessing we are all, it's in alignment with who we are, what our values are, that kind of thing. So you said yours is growth and contribution.
Yes, and I always go with the two because they were so close in points. They were only a half a point off. So
Wow.
that's why for me, I put the two, I always go with those two because there's a test out there that you can take. And
Mm-hmm.
if you Google 6 human needs test, or yeah, I could put a link somewhere, but if you go on Google and find that test, it's really quick and easy. You just answer a set of questions that they give you. And based on the answers to those questions, I always love those types of tests
Yeah.
because you get to really learn a lot about yourself. And so yeah, if you can take that test and it'll, based on your answers, it prioritizes your 6 human needs. And my top 2 were only a half a point difference. So yeah, growth and contribution were the 2 top ones for me. So
Very nice.
it's growth, contribution, significance, certainty, uncertainty, and love and connection.
Very, very nice. I like that. I'm going to definitely Google that. And on your interview page, I will also put a link to that so they can find that as well.
Perfect.
Because I think that's interesting. As a part of a free gift that I give away on my site, Tina, I have this values assessment, and it kind of assesses what your values are. And it sounds like the 2 of those go hand in hand together. Your human needs and your values. So that's really, really nice. I'm going to take mine too. I'll let you know what mine is. I have a thinking feeling it's the same as yours.
I think so. We have so much alike. Like yeah, I think you're going to be the same.
Yeah, I think so. So, Tina, tell me now, what compelled you, though, to specifically be a passion and purpose coach?
I think it was because I struggled with that. And now that I know how to figure that out, I want to help people who, most specifically women, like working moms, and I want to help them to understand like there is a better way, and just to give them that direction, because I know what I struggled with and I don't want to see other people struggle in the same. We don't need to be stuck. And sometimes when you feel stuck, that's when all those limiting beliefs come in. That's when you start, really fearing like, okay, well, just even making that transition from corporate to doing, coaching, it's like, well, what if this doesn't work? All those fears start setting in. So it really, really is a tough journey.
Mm-hmm.
But if people have the right tools, they can get to where they want to be. And it does take a lot of work. So
Absolutely, Tina. Yeah, it's you mentioned all that self-talk we do in our head, like, what if this doesn't work? Or, or the people in your life that say, what is she doing? She's not working a job. What is she doing? you know? Um, and they don't quite understand.
yeah,
And
a lot of
so,
people don't understand.
right. And so if you listen to all of that, it can create a whole lot of fear and limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
So, how do you remove the fear? How do you once you remove the fear, is it gone, Tina?
No, it's never really gone. It takes a lot of hard work. There is a book out there. I don't have it at the moment because I let somebody borrow it, but I did do a video series on this book on my Facebook page or my group, one or the other, but it's Code to Joy. And that basically, it really tells you about these limiting beliefs. It tells you, what are limiting beliefs. It's like, a limiting belief could be I'm too old, or I'm not good enough, or, there's things that I didn't think were limiting beliefs until it was pointed out to me that, hey, that's a limiting belief. And I'm like, oh, you're right.
Right.
And that book kind of goes over all of that. It's like how to identify them and how to work through getting past that. And, sometimes some go away and other ones pop up. So it's like you're always like pulling the weeds out and more are growing. So it's a constant process that you have to work on.
I love that analogy. You're pulling the weeds out and more growing. Absolutely. Fear is very real. It doesn't go away. I love that. Definitely, I will be posting links to her Facebook page and her Facebook group. Definitely get in there and check that book series out that she did. That's a awesome way to hear about the book. before you actually run out and buy it, she'll do some of that for you, and then you'll be able to see it. Speaking of your Facebook group, you have a Facebook group called Secret Within You.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about the Facebook group.
All right, so that is a group that I created based on all the work that I've done with my mentors. And, you know, like I said, I used to be a go-getter, right? And I have this awesome book. If you are a go-getter, you need to read this, because what you want to do is you want to become a go-giver.
Yes, that's a
And
great book.
my coaches and my mentors are huge on giving. And so I created the group because I wanted to give people what was given to me that really helped me. So, you know, once you get in there, and I was at one point doing a lot of videos in there. I kind of more went towards my timeline, but, you know, at some point I'll go back to doing it in the group. It's just that the messages that I wanted to get out needed to be seen by everybody and not just the people in the group. So yeah, that's how I created that group, because I just wanted to give, you know, some of the things that were given to me that really, really helped me, because it is a long process. You know, it's a complicated process, but if you have that direction, and that's what I provide in my group. And it's
So nice.
anybody can search it and join it. So
Yes, I'll be putting a link to that, definitely on that page, so that you will be able to join that group, the secret within you. I love that.
yeah, the secret within you.
Love it, love it, love it. So, all right. So now you've left the corporate job. You're doing your own business. Do you regret anything about that, Tina?
No, I don't regret anything, because everything that has happened brought me to where I am, and it made me who I am. So I have no regrets. You know, you could sit there all the time and think, well, what if I did this instead? And you don't really want to do that, because you just kind of have to trust the process, and, you know, trust that things are going to happen the way they happen. And so, yeah, I don't regret anything I've done or anything that's happened. I like to look at that as a positive that got me stronger and got me to where I am today.
So you would say it's totally worth it, huh?
Yeah, well, also, if you didn't have all of your past history, would you even be able to help people today? You
Yeah, that's a good
know,
one. That's a big nugget.
but yeah, I love the journey that I'm on.
Awesome. And you know, when you say, if you didn't have your past history, would you be able to help someone today? That's hugely important, because I'm sure when you decided to become a passion and purpose coach, there were a lot of, it wasn't like you learned an entirely new thing. There was just a lot of you, that's your expertise, that you use in being a coach. Am I right?
Yeah. Definitely. I know with all of the people that I've been working with, it's like when you really identify who your customer avatar is, it really ends up being yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
So, you know, that I mean, I believe that you can do whatever you want. So yeah, if you didn't have that past history, you could learn about it, you know, study and then teach it, but it's just so much easier when you've already been through it, because you have that experience.
Absolutely. So you're just helping people through your been there, done that factor.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I like that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because, and the important thing there, Tina, I guess I'm really trying to stress to women who are listening, is that you know more than you think you know. And what you know is of more value than you think it is.
Yeah.
Because all of your experiences and the things that you've been through in life, the knowledge that you've acquired, can help another person, another woman, move from the stuck to the unstuck, right?
Correct. Yeah. Yep. And the other reason I wanted to just say, the reason why I named my group on Facebook, The Secret Within You, is because, you know, a lot of times when we're going along every day, we feel like, okay, well, if I had this, I would be happy. But it's not like that at all. Everything you have is within you now.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's why that like spoke to me when I was trying to name, and I actually changed the name of my group several times, but I ended up with that one because it's so true. Everything you have is right here. And if you can just, you know, really understand that, that is, you got to just uncover that secret within you. So,
Yes, that is so true. And you know, every now and then, Tina, I will meet women that say, I want to start a business, but I'm not ready yet. And that's always my response is, why are you not ready yet? And they'll say, because there's some things I need to work on myself first, or there's some things um, I need to go to school and get some more experience first or knowledge. But what they don't realize is that everything they need to start that business, everything they need to move forward in whatever their purpose or passion is in life, is already within them. That is beautiful. The secret within you, that group, really, I'm sure you focus on that. You help people to see that everything you need is just right inside of you.
yeah, a lot of it's mindset, because mindset is huge. And I truly believe that everything comes back to mindset. No
Hmm.
matter what it is, if your mindset is not in the right place, you are really going to struggle.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Definitely so. And so I guess mindset just kind of goes in hand with passion and purpose. So as you are working with someone, I guess that's a process that you take them through. Um, I see you have the Freedom Formula Academy. So tell us a little bit about that and the process you take a person through when they're working with you, kind of to get to that purpose and passion.
Yeah, so what I do is, and I'm actually in the process of revamping my boot camp right now. I created the Freedom Formula Academy because, you know, some people might have some things already figured out, but not everything. And so I can provide just those certain pieces that they need. Or if they don't know, like where I came from, and I didn't know, my mindset wasn't right. I had the
Mhm.
fears and limiting beliefs. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I needed to figure out that purpose and passion. And then I needed to know how to, you know, take that and monetize on it. So I didn't know any of that. So my big course right now that I'm working on is, I'm actually, we it's a 12-week course, and we do 4 weeks of mindset. So we get that mindset in the right place first, and then we do 4 weeks of purpose and passion and identifying your why, because that's huge, right? We need to
Mhm.
know our why. And then the last 4 weeks of the course are those steps that you need to take every day to be able to, you know, start doing it as a business so that you can actually take your purpose and passion and, you know, be able to profit from that. So that's what that course is all about.
Absolutely. You know, Tina, and I relate to that so much. And that's huge that you are in your Freedom Formula Academy, you are spending so much time on mindset and then purpose and passion.
Yes.
Um, because, you know, like you, when I started my business, I had all these skills and abilities. You can't be an accountant for 20 years and not have skills and abilities. You're just, whether you like it or not, you're good at it. And so you've got a lot of skills and abilities. And I didn't know how to translate those skills and abilities over to being in business. Like you, I didn't know, I knew what I did not want. I didn't want to be another accountant. and, and believe it or not, I tried that for a minute. I said, okay, I'm going to do all these. I'm going to do all these accounts at home. Oh my God, it was awful. I hate,
Yeah.
because here I was doing it at work and didn't like it. And
And
now
then
I was
you
doing
would,
it.
yeah. Exactly. And that's why I'm really, so excited about this, because I was the same way and I thought about it. I didn't try it, but I thought about it for a minute. I'm like, maybe I can do this. And then I'm like, no, I'm not doing
No.
it.
So you need a purpose and passion coach to help you sort through all those skills and abilities and figure out what is it that you can translate that into. And Tina, like I figured out that I know how to do accounting, but I like helping people. That was the thing for me. I liked helping people. And so it took me many iterations with business to figure that out. And I learned from this example. I did not hire a purpose and passion coach because I thought I could figure it out on my own. Well, it took me years. I kept restarting my business, and because I didn't know what my real purpose and passion was. So the best money I ever spent was when I said, okay, I'm going to figure this out, but I need some help. And then I got a mindset coach, and she kind of segued me into a purpose and passion coach. And once we got our mindset right, because she didn't do purpose and passion, but I needed to get my mindset right. So I got into that, and then she segued me into a purpose and passion coach eventually. But I spent so much time spinning my wheels on that because I couldn't figure that out on my own. And do you meet a lot of people who do that?
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't want to take that initial investment and, really invest in themselves. But I really, really believe that that is truly important, because you might be able to figure it out eventually, but it's going to take you a lot longer. If you have someone who has the experience in that, and, who has made those mistakes, where you can learn from their mistakes, it's gonna be so much quicker for you to get to where you want to be than if you just try and figure it out on your own.
Absolutely, Tina. I'm a living witness of that. I always kick myself. I say, why did I spend all that time trying to figure that out? Yeah. So definitely so. Um, so, so tell me, this is a tough question. I want you to think about it for a second. If you had to go back to work full time, would you?
It depends on the situation, but my first answer is no. Um, I truly feel like if you're still trying to get to where you want to be, then you have to do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do or what you love
Right.
to do. But for me, no. I would just do everything possible to try and make it work before having to go back into that situation, because I know that that's not where I'm supposed to be.
Good. Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. So tell me, what has having this business done for your life? How has it changed your life? What is your life like now that's so
Oh,
different than when you had your job?
so different. Like, just being able to meet all kinds of people from all over the world. I mean, I've connected with people in Sweden and New Zealand and, the UK and all over the place, Australia and, Thailand. And it's so amazing that you get to meet all these wonderful people and connect with them, and you don't have to pay all this money traveling to go find them. It's so awesome. And I feel like, for me, because I'm so passionate about helping others, it really makes me feel great that I get to contribute to somebody and help them to do what they love to do and what they want to do. So it makes me feel better as a person, because that's the contribution piece. I'm
Right.
able to help other people, and that's just it has been a life changer. Like
So
I said, I was miserable in my job, and it wasn't it was because I wasn't growing and contributing anymore.
nice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Definitely. I worked in corporate. I know that feeling. It's like, "Ugh, what am I doing here?" So yeah, definitely. Well, Tina, I really appreciate you coming. Oh my God, you've shared so much great information with us. And we're about to wrap it up, but I definitely want to ask you one last question. And this, I want my audience to kind of listen up because this one is just for you. What is the one actionable item, one or more, you can share more if you'd like, that you can share with women listening today that they can do today after listening to this show that will help to move them forward around their purpose and passion?
Yeah, that's huge. And two, a couple things I already mentioned, but the one biggest thing I would say is work harder on yourself than on anything else. If
Mm-hmm.
you really, I know it's tough because I've done it and you feel guilty, you feel selfish, but it's not. You really, really need to, you know, make yourself a priority.
Mm.
You deserve it. Your family deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
I think in order to do that, like the way to do that is to really focus on personal development. That
Yes.
for me is huge. Like if you can just start getting some of these books like The Go Giver, and reach out, because I have some great fantastic books that will help you today that are in PDF format that I can send you,
Oh, nice.
email, messenger, whatever. I have a lot of tools and resources that I can give you. So
Very nice. And she's at tinaguimar.com. Definitely reach out to her so she can send those resources to you that can help you today.
actually
Tina,
I'm sorry, it's tguimar.com.
oh, I'm
Yep.
sorry.
No, that's okay.
Yes, I will put that link on there. Definitely so. But, Tina, I've always been a reader. And so sometimes it takes people a little bit of getting used to be a reader. I've just always been one. I'm sure you have been too.
Yeah.
And so definitely reach out to her for those resources. And, and if you start reading through it, a lot of times I'll tell people just start reading 5 pages a night. Let that be your wind down at night. Shut off the TV, and just spend those 15 minutes reading it'll take about 10 or 15 minutes for you to read 5 pages a night. And you'll be surprised at how much you get out of that. And it's that slow process, Tina, isn't it? Where
Yeah.
they are actually getting information from the materials that they're reading.
Yeah. And it's true. Like you have to, in order to make yourself a priority and to work harder on yourself, you have to schedule that personal development time in, no
Yes.
matter what. Even if you just have a half an hour lunch and, take 15 minutes to eat your lunch and the other 15 to read something.
Right.
Always, always. My mentor calls it Kaizen. I love the word Kaizen. It's never ending improvement. So
Oh,
you just want to be a little bit better today than you were yesterday. So I love that.
oh, I love that too. Kaizen. I'm going to remember that. Oh, wow. I love that. Love that. Yes. And Um, Tina, I appreciate you have shared so much valuable information with our audience today. I appreciate you coming in and stopping by, and we will definitely, definitely have you back. I'm sure as you are growing, yes,
Oh,
as you are growing and doing things in your business, we want to check in and make sure that we are abreast of everything that's going on.
that's awesome. And I want to say thank you so much for putting this podcast together, because, you want to be able to get the message out there. And this is really, really going to help a lot of women. So I appreciate you doing this. And I appreciate you having me here. Thank you for asking me.
You are so welcome, Tina. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So you have a wonderful rest of your day.
You
And
too. And everybody else.
yes, absolutely. And we will chat again soon on the next Bye Bye 9 to 5 podcast. Bye.
This episode of the Bye Bye 9 to 5 podcast has ended, but it doesn't stop there. Be sure to subscribe for more strategies and advice to help you move from employee to escapreneur, to have the kind of success you have always dreamed of without sacrificing family or time. And don't forget to rate and review us so we can continue to bring you the best content possible to motivate and encourage you on this journey. See you on the next episode.